Alright, I'm gonna explain how to do the Lazarus 1 paperclip with my own setup. This paperclip is quite finicky and pretty confusing if you try it for the first time. There are a couple of different setups. I know Secret does it differently than me. Glomo does the second part differently than me. I borrowed his first part though because it really is insanely consistent. However, I'm just gonna show you how basically I do this. So first, when you come out of the elevator, you want to approach this corner. You want to just roughly get into this corner. You don't need to be like, it doesn't need to be exact. Once you're here, you want to zoom and then aim like where this diagonal line ends here, like right here. Now, what you want to do is, while zoomed, wiggle W and D like this. Normally, it's enough to do it for like 3 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, but you can do more just to be safe. Now, after you did this, you want to look towards this corner and do a jump forwards. And if you don't hear a sound, you basically made it into the corner. If you hear a sound, that means you popped out and you probably didn't wiggle long enough. Now, after you're here, you want to look at this line, the back line here. Now zoom in, and what I do now is wiggle W and D while doing circles with my mouse. The whole time I hold shift, which obviously is also important so you don't pop out quickly, but yeah. So the circles, you can do them like slowly, or like bigger ones, or really big ones. The problem is you need to find kind of the sweet spot that you make it into this wall, but don't pop back out. So that's just a bit of practice and experimenting. Same here, and then start the wiggles and at the same time start the circles. And if you do it right, you will see you're in this wall. You didn't, like, if you don't hear a sound, and like if you're this high roughly, then you're in the wall, and that's what you want. To show that again, just come here, zoom in. I popped back out. You really want to do like the wiggling and the mouse circular movements at the same time, or start them at the same time. All right, so made it back in there. You can see now I popped back out. Actually, you don't hear a sound, but you will notice if you're on the ground, because then you can't do the next step. I'm gonna show you what happens like if you do the circuits too quickly. Well, then you just will be on the ground. So you really gotta find the sweet spot and just practice this. It's at the end, it's muscle memory. Now, once you're here, your goal is to get fully inside this wall. And to do that, you first have to like get a bit over here to the right. If you do like the thing that I'm gonna show from too far left, you won't make it in. So you kind of need to slide in from the right. Now here, you don't wanna you don't want to zoom anymore, and angle your view a bit to the right. And now just press W and A, and if you do that, you should eventually pop into this wall. There's a certain like spot, certain seam where you can just fully get into the wall. Once that happens, instantly let go of W, and also from what I noticed, it helps if you just aim straight again. Like before you aim like this, you slide into the wall, and then you want to quickly correct your mouse angle like a bit to the left. So like this. And after you do that, after you're inside the wall, you can press W again, and then just wiggle W, A, and D. And if you do that, like with what I showed you before, you will be able to make it through this like pretty thick wall. This wall is kind of confusing and weird. Like if you don't do it loud, like I'm showing you right now, you will not be able to make it through very often, and it's kind of luck. So your goal is like to be roughly aligned with this corner, this line. Like if you think an imaginary line there. I'm gonna show you what happens like if you do stuff too late. Like you can get stuck here. I was able to make it out there. Most of the time you will be fine. However, there can be occasions where you can't make it through. Let me see if I can somehow show that. Okay, yeah, I was still able to make it through. Like, just imagine, okay, if you can't go further, like here, if by wiggling you will not be able to make it there, then you need to look this way. And what you can do now while zoomed in is do like a paperclip to get yourself like back out, like further outwards here. And then you can just wiggle left, right again until you're here. So slide into the wall, correct your angle, and then just spam W, A, and D. After a while, you'll just get a feel for the whole input sequence. So once you're here, all you have to do now is usually aim at this triangular, like the corner here, and then press W and do a jump scroll forwards. Sometimes you get stuck in midair, then you just need to let go of W and jump again maybe. But yeah, in the end, your goal is like to land on this beam. So you kind of want to experiment with different positions here to see like what works best for you, and then try to always get into the roughly same spot. You can see like I can easily pop out there if I'm just like in this spot. If you totally can't make it, then you might want to try to just like press W, D, W, A and jumps in between and do that repeatedly. Eventually you will still make it out. It's pretty slow, but yeah, you will be able to do it. What you totally want to avoid is to jump too far to the right. Like, I'm gonna try if I can see that. Like, if you scroll repeatedly, it can happen that you land in there. And if that happens, then you're out of luck because you're stuck. Yeah, so if you're in here, well, there's not really a way back out. And that's basically it. I'm gonna show the whole thing like in full motion twice. Aim here, wiggle, aim at this corner, jump. Okay, I didn't wiggle long enough there. Aim here, do the circles while wiggling and slide into the wall, correct the angles. Okay, now I got stuck actually. If that happens, as I said, aim this way, just do a paperclip here until you can notice that you're further back outwards and you can get in this spot. Don't go too far, otherwise you won't be able to make the jump. And yeah, just jump forward then. Again, like most likely that happened because I just didn't let go of W once I popped through the wall. And that's basically Lazarus 1 Paperclip in a nutshell.